My name is Tahlia Smith. This is my practical assessment for assessment 2, unit 2. This is the first part of the practical. My student number is EST011582, and this is my driver's license. And Savannah's going to be helping today.
I give Tahlia permission to video me for her assessment.
So Savannah, why don't we take the opportunity for you to catch me up on what's been happening with your client Joe?
Yeah, so Joe is currently caring for her mother, full-time care, 24/7, who has really bad Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
She's requested that she might want to consider counselling in order to help her make her decision about what to do with her mum, as she feels quite obliged to have to care for her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really know whether she needs more help to care for her at home or whether it's time for her to find other arrangements.
No problem. So basically the biggest conflict we have at the moment is whether or not Jo feels comfortable in putting her mother into care, or whether she'd like to continue to care at home.
Yeah.
But she's just looking about what services are available to her to make that a little bit easier for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem at all. Is Jo a relatively new carer for her mother? At 50, that's quite a young age to be suffering with Alzheimer's.
Yeah, she's been looking after her for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, she doesn't really know whether it's good for her or for her mum for her to keep caring for her.
It is a very big lifestyle change, so we'll definitely have a look at that today and some options that I might be able to help you with and point you in the right direction to better equip Jo. But to get started, is there any questions that you have immediately in the moment in the case? Can I help you with anything in particular? Or?
Jo has requested a referral for counselling, so that's all sorted. But she would like to know all the details that we've kept on Jo and her mum.
Yeah.
How does she go about accessing those?
Never.
Is she able to?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So how it works is Jo worried about her confidentiality, or is it mainly just...
Not so much confidentiality, just she wants to know what we're writing about her and her mum.
No problem. So in accordance to the law, they do have a Freedom of Information Act that we do have to abide by here.
Yeah.
What we have is also our Personal Organisations Policies and Procedures Manual. This is just our guidelines on how we help to keep these situations on the right side of the law.
Yeah.
And just ensure that we're covering ourselves and looking after the best interests of our clients. To do this, you just have to have Jo sign a release form.
Yeah.
She does have the complete authority to access any information that's been stored or recorded about her.
Yeah.
It's just a simple bit of paper. You'll be able to find it on our online database.
Yeah.
If you have any trouble at all, come and find me. I'm happy to give you a copy.
Yeah.
It's just a simple sign and date, and she'll be able to get that information straight away.
Yeah, no worries. Is that the same as the consent form for like services and things, and the way that...
Good question. It's slightly different though.
Yeah.
So with your consent form, you need to be really careful of the Confidentiality Act.
Yeah.
We really need to make it our utmost important to protect our clients' confidence. So it's really important to be very careful about the information that you're sharing with outside service providers.
Yeah.
And in particular, anyone that's not directly related to the case.
Yeah.
So in order to do this, it's a simple conversation. You can have this with Jo, and minimally you can receive her verbal permission. But it is best, like the Freedom of Information, that we do have a release form signed. This is just a paper copy we can attach to her file. It's on her records. It's signed and dated by the both of you. And that way, should there be any hiccups later down the track, we do have that copy of the paper.
Yeah.
And you need to get this done before you release any information about Jo and her mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can give a brief. If you do need to, you can contact the outside service provider, which we encourage, especially in seeking specialist opinions. But yeah, definitely keep the details brief and as minimal as possible to start with.
Yeah, no worries. So, are you able to refer me to the right organisations that I would need to find Jo the right amount of information that she needs?
Yeah, sure. So, more importantly, are you looking for the services that we use at the moment, or did you have something else in mind? Or people that I've used that I found have been quite helpful in this area?
Bit of both. Possibly like residential care, more about the processes and the options, and just so I can give information back to them. And practical support, so like services available and personal care, showering.
Yeah, no problem.
Dressing.
So, that's easy. Look, I do have a company that I highly recommend that we do work with quite a lot of, especially here at Caring for Carers.
Yeah.
And that's called Home and Community Care.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous community-based organisation. We've used them quite extensively previously, so they do come highly recommended.
Yeah.
And what they do is they come into the home So they would help Jo out with general looking after her mother in terms of personal hygiene. They'll help her with showering and bathing. They'll help with washing, lawn services. If she feels the need that they need to install some disability rails and make the home a little bit more friendly for Jo having her Alzheimer's, especially in caring for an older mother as well.
Yeah.
They can definitely assist with that. There is also a couple as well. I'd like to keep in mind respite for carers. You've mentioned that Jo is feeling a little bit under pressure at the moment,
Yeah.
a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what respite does is it gives Jo a little bit of flexibility in terms that she can have a couple of days off.
Yeah.
So it allows her to take a little bit of time just to respite basically. So
Yeah.
knowing her mother's well cared for and well looked after just allows her to take time out for herself as well.
Yeah, I think that might be a really good start.
Yeah, it's one that a lot of people don't think of, but
Yeah.
the impact on the carers is almost as important as the impact on the patient.
Yeah.
It's a full-time role that not a lot of people are fully equipped for, and unfortunately it can be quite a thankless task sometimes.
It can.
So what else could I help you say? Do you have any other questions in particular? Or?
So, do you have any resources or anything that could better equip me with my knowledge and the services I can give to customers?
Yeah, of course. So being relatively new for caring for carers, we tend to find that we do work with the same agencies a lot,
Yeah.
especially particularly keeping focus on mental illness and looking after the carers responsible for that. I can certainly put you in contact with a few workshops that are coming up locally here. We do have a few that we hold throughout the year, especially within our staff meetings. So I'll certainly be sure to keep you on top of that.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to hop onto the company website, we do have a list of organisations that we use quite regularly.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of workshops going on. I would highly recommend just keeping up to date on all the company memos that are going around.
Yeah.
You'll find out the most just by chatting to people. If you want to pop into the staff room, it always helps just to ask people what they've been up to or who they're currently using. You can do a lot of that without divulging or breaking confidentiality with your client.
Yeah.
We do tend to test the waters with a few new services every week, so it always helps to keep up to base that way.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's okay. Is there anything else I could help you in relation to the case, or would you like to take a moment to just have a look at everything we've
I think
had a
that's
chat about so far?
it, to be honest. I don't know whether there's anything else, any more questions that I have.
Yeah. So in terms of Jo, you did mention that you're looking at getting her involved in some counselling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you set an appointment for that yet, or is that?
No, I
still
haven't
pending?
just yet. She's just wanted a referral and just to try, and she's got quite a bit of depression in the past and all of that sort of thing. So she's just more worried about trying to get a decision
Yeah, no
that
problem at all.
doesn't reflect her health.
That's okay. Do you have an outline of any goals that Jo is looking to achieve while we're looking after her case? Does she have any outcomes she's looking at in particular, apart from getting her mum into some care?
She just needs some help making the decision and making sure that she's well equipped to make the decision, so looking after her health as well.
Yeah.
And just seeing what services are available in order to care for at home, and then what's available in care as well.
No problem at all. So generally just giving her a little bit of support while she's making that decision. I think the most important thing you can do at the moment is definitely get her lined up with a local counselling service.
Yeah.
I can refer you to one after the meeting if you like.
Yeah, that would be great.
And that way you can get Jo set up. I would probably recommend doing that almost immediately.
Yeah.
The referral process is fairly straightforward. As long as you've got Jo's consent, I would recommend you start that probably on Friday next week.
Yeah.
And that way you can sort of just review it as you're going and just make sure she's settling in and she's got a little bit more support.
Yeah.
And definitely make contact with home and community care. I think they'll make a great addition to the support system that Jo has in place.
Yeah.
Does she have a lot of family available?
No,
or?
not really. It's pretty much just her and her mum.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help ease some of that burden as well. And give her a little bit more downtime as well to check in with her mum and make sure that everything's okay.
Yeah.
Especially, there's also a phone line that probably wouldn't hurt to pass on to Jo.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's a new service to our organisation, and it's called My Aged Care.
Yeah.
And what they do is they'll give Jo 24/7 support, basically on all the requirements that you need to know in getting an elderly person, especially with a mental illness, into a residential care facility.
Yeah.
They'll take her through all the costs and expectations associated with that, and just really break it down for her and give it to her in layman's terms so that she can understand it and not feel pressured into making a decision either.
Yeah. That would definitely come in.
Yeah, I think also most importantly, we should look at getting Jo into a support group as well.
Yeah.
There's quite a few running around the area, and it's not something that people often think about, but sometimes it really helps just to have a casual cup of coffee with someone that's in a similar situation. That can just be understanding about some days are a little tougher than others, and you've got more of a common ground with.
Yeah.
So it's probably worth, I would probably look into that maybe in the next week or two.
Yeah.
And definitely recommend checking in with Jo a little more regularly. As you mentioned, she is suffering depression at the moment and very unsure and a little unsettled.
Yeah.
So maybe talk to Jo and see how she feels with just an informal check-in once a week.
Yeah.
Just pick up the phone, give her a call, see how she's going, see if there's any new problems that you need any help with.
Yeah.
And just make sure she's attending the counselling sessions and she's on track with achieving her goals of mainly just giving herself a better quality of life and in course taking care of her mum as well.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely look at getting it into some sort of residential care or getting some more care in the home.
Yeah.
That's going to come with time. That's not a decision that's going to happen very quickly. But definitely getting the counselling session started is going to make Jo better equipped to make that decision.
Yeah.
And getting as many services as we can just to help out in the home, make her a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll achieve that a lot quicker.
I think the home will be the first step anyway. So.
Yeah, it's certainly going to make things a lot easier for her.
Yeah.
In terms of the meeting today, do you have any further questions at all?
No, that's about it. I'm pretty good for questions.
No. Do you feel comfortable in the situation? Has it been helpful for you?
Yeah, no, it's been helpful. Like I'm learning a lot as I go.
Yeah.
Like the more experience I get, the more I'll learn. So
it's one of those things. Sometimes it helps talk to someone that has been there.
yeah.
They're not the big boss, but sometimes they can keep it pretty real for you.
Yeah.
No worries. Well, look, if you have any further questions at all, or you've got any other concerns, we'll sit down in another probably 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you know where to find me. So any questions, just give me a call and we can sort that out for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.